Still on that issue for the real estate sector, leading in terms of the loan defaults and also in terms of mortgage defaults within the economy. Now, Fidelis, let's clear this conversation this morning. Well, is it all gloom and doom? Or are there some segments that are really looking up or holding on to the real estate sector? And what is the outlook for the sector in 2021?
For the real estate sector, it's not really a gloom or doom type of situation. I would say some themes are we have a gloom in some things, and a doom in some things.
Yes.
Like for the residential sector, we have a neutral outlook for it, because we are seeing there have been improvement in rental prices and rental rates compared to last year. This is because we have seen the reopening of the economy brought about in confidence in investors. We are seeing the government is more focused on matters such as affordable housing, which will continue to boost performance of the real estate sector, with the private sector also, and some banks also come in to support that initiative. And we also have like the government is working on improving the number of building approvals with the upgrade of the e-construction permit system, which will take effect from, it will start being operational from August. So with the increased development activities in the residential sector, we expect better returns.
Yes.
For the commercial office sector, we are negative about it still, because first of all, there's an oversupply of office space in the Nairobi metropolitan area, to be more specific, and more firms are downsizing as they employ working from home strategies. So, and for the retail sector, we have a neutral outlook for it. This is the fact that there have been reduced rental more on us. There's uptake of prime retail spaces by local and international retailers. For the land side, offers a good investment opportunity because land mostly offers a hedge against inflation. The government has been working to improve things such as digitization of land records, and we expect this to contribute to better performance in the land sector.
Yes.
Because it will reduce the cases of fraud and also speculation, which causes increase in land prices.
Right, pretty much. All right, Gabriel, in 15 or 45 seconds, you may, from an investment perspective, how do you think banks now view the real estate sector in 2021, going by that 14.8% increase in the defaults of mortgages?
So where banks stand, two things. One is the good assets have clearly been identified. So units that have maintained their cash flows now have sort of a green light to demand better terms, of course, from their banks, or move, because they're now the most marketable assets as far as real estate goes. So that's one. Two is that we're seeing banks to think really hard. The conversations that are going with banks, with real estate clients, are more realistic. So instead of going for the auction route, as much as I know for some assets they have to go for the auction route, we are seeing a bit more of discussions going on in that sector, and that will expect recovery in the long run. So they're not shying away in a corner. They're actively in getting things right.
Pretty much. At this point, let me say thank you very much to Fidelis this morning for joining us as we run to the last part of our conversation this morning, where tea sales at the Mombasa auction have been peaking under the minimum reserve price regime after several auctions characterized by low sales volumes. Recent data by the Kenya Tea Development Agency indicates that absorption of tea offered at the floor of the auction this week improved to 19% from an 89% drop in absorption last week's sales. In addition, the average price appreciated by 22% from 215 shillings to 263 shillings per kilogram during this week's sale. Now, the tea agency projects volume and prices of tea to improve in subsequent auctions as the market aligns to the new system. KTDA Board Chair David Ichoho noted that the system is on the right track to streamlining the sector amid a challenging market environment. This coming days after the tea traders reportedly withdrew 2.1 million kilograms from the auction on account of price drops. The ministry had maintained it would stay the course until the tea farmers benefit from their hard work. Let's leave it there. Gabriel, we only have a minute for this conversation. Let's understand, is price capping the way to go for the sector when indeed the ministry says that the average price for sort of producing a kilogram of tea could be at around 280 shillings, and then you go in and fetch 279. Now we see exactly where we are. We are actually at 263, meaning that even at that price point, we are still drawing in losses from the farmers. The best way to address it, is it price capping? So you have everybody within a price cap that you want them to adhere to, or you as a ministry to look for ways to reduce the cost of producing by the farmers?
I keep saying this thing, but price capping is one of those lazy activities that government takes to look like they're doing something while they're not doing anything really. Why is this? It's not worked for maize. It's not worked for a sector that is so far from agriculture like banks capping interest rates. It's not worked. I'm giving you the two best examples I have in the country. Now, Simba, why does this not work? The reason KTDA has been successful so far has been the ability of farmers to innovate in terms of preparing our own finished product here, marketing them abroad, improving on quality of produce. How are you supposed to do that if you're already assured of a price? If you're assured of a price, there's no incentive at all. Even sell to the local producers, that's one, because you can fetch a fixed price that you're aware of at the auction. So assuming there's a local tea processor coming up who wants to have the finished product on the market, are you going to sell to them? You're going to go to an auction where the price is predetermined. So it takes away a lot of innovativeness from the market and from the farmers. Secondly, government is just hiding. We had a very clear report which showed tens of taxes that are which are charged to the tea producers, to the farmers. The sales tax, VAT, all of those taxes that are charged on these people are the same that affect production. So then if you're increasing the cost of production is government and then setting a price law, what essentially are you doing? So basically, to answer your government should have worked on improving the production process, whether it's giving them seamless transport and logistics services, whether it's reducing a tax here or there, whether it's employing more agronomists to work with tea farmers to improve on quality. That is how you drive the price up. Simple as that. Not doing what they've done, because if anybody else out there who is a buyer will try and reduce their cost of purchase, and they might go to alternative markets. I mean, you can't rule out Kenya entirely. It's impossible. We're too big, but you might see a gradual decline or a loss of growth in the volumes over the years if this is not reconsidered. And then again, just to add on something, I had again the CES dismissing the capital market contribution to these kind of platforms. I mean, this is where you go to the capital markets and consider commodity pricing. The CMA through the NSE could have provided a proper pricing mechanism, as well as adding other advanced products. Price floors are very archaic products. But you have options, you have commodity futures, products that we would have considered and required all the T to go through, sold to be traded on the NSE and then delivered at the auction. So they are traded on the NSE, and that would be way better for everyone. And people would speculate, so you'd add like 2 layers of buyers, which of course drives up the price to the farmer. So again, no more to say, Simba. That's just surprising.
Pretty much. And on that note, Gabriel, I want to say thank you very much again for joining us this morning for this conversation.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime. All right. That is exactly what we have for you this morning. Check us live at Metropole TVKE across all the social media platforms. And once you're on YouTube at Metropole TVKE, we don't mind you subscribing and leaving us a comment. Good morning.